James, comunicado oficial, or whatever it is in Spanish. My Spanish is a little rusty. The worst kept secret in European football, and what may go down as one of the biggest transfers of all time. Kylian Mbappe signs for free for Real Madrid, the reigning, defending Champions League winners, and the team that, again, unless Pep and Man City can pull something out next year, that are probably going to be favourites going into that competition next year. They always find a way. Um, but what I want to, as much as we can talk about this and what it means and what it's going to be and how brilliant he's going to be and all this kind of stuff, I want to kind of take this a different route because you know that when you're a big star, I don't care who you are, but when you're a big star, you get criticism. And I think one of the kind of legitimate pieces of criticism Kylian Mbappe is going to have throughout his career is, well, hey, look, you always took the easy option, Kylian. You were in Monaco and you chose to go to Paris, Paris Saint-Germain, and you kind of took the easy option there. And now you've got a chance to go to another big team and you're taking the easy option and you're going to Real Madrid. The comparison being drawn to Kevin Durant going to the Warriors, right? To just hunt for rings, right? To just like I'm not going to lead a team. I'm not going to be that guy. I'm not going to do a LeBron James, And again, look, don't get me wrong, we can get into a conversation. LeBron didn't play with bums. LeBron played with some pretty nice players over his career. But I don't think that the comparison is there quite like it is with somebody like Kevin Durant going to the Warriors. Can you defend Kylian Mbappe here? Or do you think the criticism is fair? Or James, actually, does it matter?
Um, Ultimately, it doesn't really matter. Let's be honest, it doesn't really matter. He's going there to win titles, and let's be honest, if Mbappe wins three Champions Leagues in a row and wins all these trophies and win Ballon d'Ors, nobody's going to say that. I think football. This is just me. I think football is a bit harder to win and dominate because of the amount of players on the field. While obviously basketball, where there's only five there, it's a bit more easier to kind of dominate as individuals. We've seen great teams fall before. You look at that Real Madrid Galacticos policy and the way how we look at this Real Madrid team, that Galacticos policy looks even more of a failed project than what it was before. It makes that whole group of great unbelievable, and I mean the greatest football players ever lived. It makes that group look like a bunch of bums to see what this group is doing right now and how dominant they are in Europe and even winning. And you think about it, even they're winning the league at the same time. I look at Mbappe right now, yeah, and I'm in two minds, Jack. Yeah, I'm in a mind of when Real Madrid put out the announcement there and they showed an image of Mbappe with all the players behind him that's previously played for Real Madrid with Ronaldo, Zidane, you're thinking, course it makes sense. He's destined to play for Real Madrid, like they always are. So I can understand it from that point of view because Real Madrid signed the biggest, the greatest of football players, and then whatever star that they are, they become even bigger stars. Yeah, him coming to Real Madrid, it's almost guaranteed to win leagues and Champions Leagues. It is what it is. On the second hand, is that what does Mbappe winning the 16th, 17th, 18th Champions League for Real Madrid does for him? Because for some people, it's like you're just another spoke on the wheel. Could you not? Is it more greater for Mbappe to win a Champions League with PSG? Yeah. Is it more great for Mbappe to go to certain other places and win Champions Leagues with them and league titles with them? Possibly. But it's just to me where you look at it. Doesn't Mbappe improve Real Madrid, Jack? 100% he does. Because as great as Real Madrid has been this year, they've won the league and cup double. There's still a lot
Right.
of holes that needs to be filled.
But,
And this
but,
guy fills it.
but it does, but I think when you look into the annals of history, you want to look at players who revolutionize, who go down the road, far less trod and have success in those ways because those are the stories that we care about more. And if you want to be a legend and you want to be remembered in the history of the game as somebody who you can look at and go, wow, man, he kind of had some principles about him and he kind of did it the hard way. Um, as much as other people might be like, well, you're being very harsh on Kylian Mbappe, Cristiano Ronaldo joined Real Madrid, R9 joined Real Madrid, right? All these go down the history of all the players who ever played for Real Madrid. So you're not giving them the same criticism. I don't watch La Liga week in, week out. I don't have an intimate knowledge of what's going on at Barcelona. Maybe we need Timmy here to set me straight. I don't think he gets any credit from me or some proper romantics within the footballing world by beating this iteration of Barcelona. I don't think he gets a massive amount of credit for winning Champions League titles with Real Madrid. He's going to get credit and he's going to have those titles, and no one can take those away from him. But no one's going to give him credit like, and again, I'm buttering you up here a bit, but if he goes to Arsenal and he wins the Champions League and he wins the Premier League title from Pep Guardiola, he goes to Liverpool after Jurgen Klopp leaves, and he helps Arne Slot, that Liverpool team and that fan base go compete with Pep in the Premier League. He goes to Manchester United and returns them to former glory. He goes to Chelsea, whips those boys into shape and does the thing. That will be remembered, respected, and that to me is worth more when it's all said and done after the fact. You mentioned spoke on the wheel. We know where that kind of big line came from. We know the man that came from, and we know what he likes to do in terms of the path less trod and how much of
Also,
a
a
legend
lot of viewers probably don't know we're talking about CM Punk when he had the
we're,
pipe bomb
we're talking about the man
interview.
here, right? We're talking about Phil
uh,
Brooks. We're talking about the man, yeah, who took the path less trod. Now, James, how many titles does he have? Does he have as many as Ric Flair and as John Cena and as blah blah blah? No. But in terms of the history and the landscape of the sport or the thing that he was operating in, he's more revered, more well known, and created more waves than anybody else has. I personally respect those guys more than the guys who take the easy option and the low hanging fruit. I'm not gonna I'm not gonna say that it's a huge problem, and I don't think Kylian Mbappe is going to give a damn what I think. But I think personally, the people within the sport that I like more are the ones that stick it out at the one club and that do the thing that's harder to do. I would have respected that more personally.
I don't think anybody wanted to say PSG. People wanted to,
No.
as you said, you wanted to see him challenge. But I do believe, Jack, the thing about football always is about timing. And Mbappe's timing was key. And I'm going to get to that. You mentioned Cristiano Ronaldo before. The difference between Mbappe joining Real Madrid and Ronaldo joining Real Madrid is that Mbappe sort of needs Real Madrid, while when Ronaldo joined, Real Madrid needed Ronaldo. Ronaldo came off back-to-back Champions League finals and a Ballon d'Or winner, and was just, and to me, was the best player in the world, right next to Lionel Messi. Yeah, and Mbappe's joining them with a guy who hasn't won the Ballon d'Or right now, when he's starving to win a Champions League. Yeah, Real Madrid also went at what, almost 9, 10 years without winning a Champions League when like Ronaldo joined, and they were starving. The La Decima, La Decima, La Decima. Yeah, Real Madrid in the last 10 years, Jack, in the last 11 seasons, have won 6 Champions Leagues, Jack.
Yeah, insane.
So isn't the thing where, but I mentioned the word timing. Timing is key. If Mbappe would have joined Real Madrid 2 seasons ago, yeah, we wouldn't have this conversation, because Real
No.
Madrid would have been in a situation where Cristiano Ronaldo just left. They had a failed sort of thing with Eden Hazard, and like Benzema was doing great, but didn't. Again, this is the season before. This is the season before he just went off and just he had that unbelievable season when he went on to win a Ballon d'Or. Benzema was doing great, but they were still calling on that star. Vinicius hadn't arrived yet, and everybody looked at Mbappe and, well, listen, Mbappe, Mbappe, Mbappe. And when he didn't come at the time the Real Madrid needed him the most, that's where the timing was off. Because fast forward to that summer onto now, in that time period, they've won 2 Champions League titles. They've won 3 league titles in that time. Copa del Rey, yada yada yada. There, Vinicius is an even bigger superstar than what he was there. Benzema left, and they even having to replace him. And this Real Madrid mythical creature that we knew that was there has took on a life of its
Yeah.
own, you know. And now
Yeah.
he's coming in as a spoke on the wheel instead of coming in as a savior for the club. He's coming in like, oh, come join
And
the
James,
bandwagon with Jude and like them man
check
there.
check fan opinion from a couple years ago. I mean, Sammy's going to watch this video, I bet you. Maybe Sammy can let us know what Twitter had to say about him not being a Real Madrid player a couple of years ago. Reddit, social media, just fans in general. Let's see what their opinion was
And
about him not coming. Because James, now I don't want to say it's tail between the legs, but it is a little bit like, oh, cool, like you're coming to the finished article again, right? For 5 years, by the way, too, which he's gonna have success. In when he's 30, is he gonna go to another team that also has the finished article and he's just gonna kind of be there? It's like, no, dude, go out there and establish yourself. Like, go out there and establish yourself and do it either against somebody who's going to give you a proper challenge, because I don't think Barcelona are that at this point. Who's the if you're doing like a head-to-head El Clasico, who's the poster child for each team? Probably Vinicius Junior and Mbappe, or Bellingham or somebody like that, right? And then for Barcelona, who is it? Lamine Yamal at the moment?
Pedri,
It's
Gavi,
hardly,
they're both injured.
yeah, but
Lewandowski's,
it,
yes,
it's
not.
it,
Yeah.
it's hardly Messi Ronaldo, is it? Which it was for a day. It's hardly Ramos Piqué, right? Which it was for the best part of 10 years. So yeah, again, I'm my thoughts on it. I'm a bit of a romantic in that sense. I like a story, and James, this is not a fun and entertaining story for me.
And I feel like you mentioned the time period 2, 3 years ago when like the Mbappe deal should have happened for Real Madrid. The fans were dying and waiting for it. They were obsessed with Mbappe coming in. Perez was obsessed with it. We need Mbappe. Now, the Mbappe announcement there, and I don't see many Real Madrid fans even, come on. Yeah, just come and join. It's just, yes, there. We like it really is all about the time and where it is. But at the same time, Jack, Mbappe now comes there with, if you thought the pressure was big before, it's even bigger now because we know what the Spanish press is like. We know how obsessed Real Madrid comes in. Like no matter how many Champions League they win, it's never enough. Yeah, they just won the 15. I'm hearing Perez talking about the 16. They need, and you're gonna see the pressure to do it again, go back to back again. Mbappe is gonna come into next season knowing that they won the league and they won the Champions League, and his responsibility is to do that again and even tenfold that. So if they
With the
don't
cup,
achieve that, exactly, Jack,
with the Spanish Cup
maybe even
cup.
the treble there. If they don't achieve that, the criticism that he's going to face is going to be beyond belief. No matter how many goals he scores, no matter how great of a performer he is, if Real Madrid don't achieve the goals that they achieved this season, which was a Champions League and a league and more, it's going to be a disappointing season for him. So he's coming at a worse time to be a Real Madrid player for a superstar like Mbappe. But at the same time, it's a challenge for him too.
It is, and I know what you're saying, but what's funny is how sympathy works, because he's going to have no sympathy, right? If he goes to Liverpool, a Klopp-less Liverpool with Arnie Slot and Darwin Nunez and what Wataru Endo and Alexis McCarthy, like, oh my God, what the hell is going on here, right? He will get a bit of, he misses a chance if he doesn't play well, if they don't get silverware, he'll be given a bit of, okay, like no worries, it's this is a tough, you've decided to do a tough thing here. He goes to Arsenal, right? Is he that one that just kind of pushes them over the edge? But it's still challenging because you still have to beat Pep. You still have to beat City. Arsenal winning a Champions League would be unheard of, unbelievable. So it's just incredible how much sympathy we give to him based on the decisions he makes. And again, yeah, my levels of disappointment on this. And again, it will be interesting to see what happens because James, I don't think that guy on the left wing is being shifted out of position or taken out of this team anytime soon. That guy is set in concrete there. So he's either playing through the middle, playing off the right. I don't know what they're gonna mess about with or what Carlo's gonna try and do here. But yeah, I don't know if you wanted to take this conversation anywhere else. I just wanted to
Uh,
air my kind of thoughts and your
um,
thoughts about it.
So we can talk about that Real Madrid front three. Before they had Bale, Ronaldo, Benzema. Now they got Vinny, Mbappe, and Rodrigo.
Yeah,
Now the only issue with that is that Bale, Benzema, they all had great balance, while in this team there isn't as much balance because each player is obsessed, loves to play on the left hand side. But they just gotta find a way. And if they do find a way, Jack, oh my days,
yeah,
it's
nightmare.
gonna be an absolute problem to watch because the dynamic. Listen, Jack. The only thing is the ability to kind of hold the ball at times. I don't think Mbappe is great with playing his back away from his back facing the goal. I don't think he's great at that. But on the counter attack, with just dynamic movement in it, like in and around them balls to threaded through, it's gonna be an absolute nightmare to play against. And I can't wait to see it. Mbappe Real Madrid. I can't wait to see how Real Madrid are going to set up because we mentioned
Yeah.
the front three. We still got Jude, Bellingham, Jude, Valverde, Tchouaméni, Camavinga, Modric in there too.
Arda Gula's in there, so doing
Brahim
something.
Diaz. How are we gonna fit Jack? The talent is talented. Real Madrid's talent is ridiculous, and I cannot believe I
Yeah.
just said that on YouTube. Damn. Um, but
But
Real Madrid fans,
yeah,
let us know. Did you need Kylian Mbappe, and what sort of impact is he going to have on this team? Comment down below. Let us know. Me and Jack said anything that's made you angry. Comment down below and let's have it, and we will respond to you. I will definitely respond, and Jack, of course, is going to respond. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. Let's get the algorithm up too, and we'll see you guys in the next video.